What's up guys, Cash back again, and right now we are officially in the middle of yet another content drought for Marvel's Avengers, and because the raid continues to bug out on most of the players who attempt it, they no longer bother, so once again players don't really have anything meaningful to do in the game, and with the team allegedly working on a patrol mode alongside working to make joining and progress in addition to the game, I wanted to talk about why it's so important for them to get patrol mode right for the potential long-term future of the game, so let's jump into it. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have high hopes that they'll be able to deliver a patrol mode that delivers on things players want, because they've consistently shown an unwillingness to shift away from things that kill player engagement long term, like time gating content and making it impossible to genuinely farm for gear outside of saves coming. I think the biggest thing that needs to be focused on when it comes to patrol mode is making it fun and engaging while making it worthwhile to play and invest time in. The point of patrol mode is being able to roam the environment with friends and face random bosses while farming for gear, and that has to be something that's actually fun, not dull and repetitive. My fear is that they'll launch patrol mode after all this time, and if they chose to stick with the wasteland biome, then the only boss encounters we'll be able to expect are Taskmaster and Maestro, and that's going to be a legit L, because one thing players have been asking for is the freedom to just fight villains and for more villains to be added to the game in general, and for whatever reason they continue to only release villains during hero operations, and as we saw with Crossbones, there was no intent to make more villains accessible in villain sectors or events. There are a ton of small scale villains they could easily pull from and who wouldn't take much effort to implement in the game, but as with the game overall, the development team thought way too small when exploring all the possibilities they could have brought to this game. It's time to step away from the single player aspects and add meaningful working in-game content that players can and want to play more than one day a week. If they can make patrol mode fun with as few bugs as possible, this will literally be a mode that can hold players over during content droughts like this, because they would actually have something fun to do. Another thing I think should be looked into as a future addition for the game in general and patrol mode specifically is reworking traversal. I'm assuming the patrol area will be larger than the typical environments we run around in regular missions, so that means more hopping around if you're bringing heroes like Hawkeye and Kamala, and for a game that had its sights set on being similar to Destiny, they left out a feature that would be perfect in this game, and that's the vehicles. How hard is it to add hover cycles for heroes like Hawkeye and even Captain America, since they have no plans on actually making him faster in the game? And with the PIM tech the Avengers have access to, spawning the cycle would be seamless, or using Stark tech to have your bike travel to your location at the push of a button. I know a lot of people are expecting things to pretty much wrap up this year, and I understand that, but it doesn't have to be the case. A solid patrol mode with good gear and villain encounters can keep players around, and focusing on in-game events and content instead of hero operations can speed up the content release schedule a lot. Most players drop the game after trying out new operations anyway, so instead try going all in on making good content that they can play daily and actually quality test it to make sure it's running properly or as close to proper as possible. I know they're currently working to get content developed so they can release a roadmap projection, so I'm still being patient because I get it, but it's definitely time to stop doing more of what hasn't been working. But those are my thoughts on it. What do you guys expect to see from patrol mode? Do you think it will be the best content in the game, or do you think it will flop because it's boring or buggy? Let me know down below, and make sure to drop a like and subscribe to catch more Marvel's Avengers content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.